Heavy protagonist, Canon starter, Nate! I need to confess, going in I thought Nate was going to be one of those no Canon starter guys with barely any Canon info to find anything definitive, and Hilbert ends up with Canon Oshawott, given Masters Hilbert uses one, and Masters Nate doesn't even have a starter. Really doesn't help that Bulbapedia to this day doesn't show any promotional art for Nate. However, it wasn't until one reply to a Twitter thread relating to ZA's box art that I suddenly looked into every possible official source and yeah, I was wrong. I was not aware of the figurine line, and it helped a lot with determining a Canon starter for Nate. Similar to Oraz, Black 2 White 2 had an animated trailer showcasing more or less what's going on in the game, and some of the main changes that occurred since Black and White. While Lucario was Nate's most used mon in the trailer, he's shown with Emboar. You would think that, like with the Oraz trailer, that's the end of the search and everything following it will feature Tepig as his Canon starter. But for Nate, that ended up not being the case. What ended up happening was the only side manga featuring Black 2 White 2, released 5 months after the game came out, became the starting point for Nate's starter preferences. Nate has appeared with a starter in 5 occasions, 2 already mentioned, one with Tepig and the other Oshawott. The remaining times are in the manga featuring Blake, aka codenamed Black Number 2, Inspector of the International Police, who surprisingly enough never fully evolved his starter Oshawott, in the TCG, off to the side of a Samurai card, and finally, to the source of my more than necessary research to making these videos, the figurine, released 10 years after his game came out. Despite having less than enough sources that I would otherwise consider someone having a Canon starter, 4 out of 5 is a pretty high grade, so why not? Nate's Canon starter is Oshawott. If you think that's definitive, there's
one more thing!
In the game itself, whichever prototype you didn't choose will battle with you against Ingo and Namet, and will lead with the starter weak to yours. If the player Rosa chooses Snivy, Nate will use Dewey. Why is this important? Well,